Hey everyone, I'm on again to do a full moon reading for the collective, and then at the end I will again do the zodiac signs, each a reading for each of those. So you want to go ahead and look at your rising, your sun, and your moon sign. You also might want to check out your Vedic astrology signs, and I work with those. I always offer those readings on sale because I think the clarity is unreal. It is so amazing to have the insight that knowing that you might be another sign, having all of this information really makes you more well-rounded, whole, and I just personally, I found out I was a Pisces. A Pisces moon as opposed to a Aries moon, and then I found out I was a Gemini as opposed to a Cancer, both sun and rising. So it was just it was just crazy. Like a part of me that I had lost for so long because I never identified with it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I love doing those readings. So if these readings don't resonate with you, maybe you're the sign ahead. So go ahead and listen to them all. They're not that long this time. There was a lot more. There was a lot more this time for the collective. So the beginning of this reading will be longer than the, let's say, zodiac readings. So I will get into things and I'm excited. It's a Sagittarius full moon and it's actually different this moon. So we've been talking about some super full moons, super new moons, all this super stuff. Well, this is actually a micro moon, and with that being said, it's coming from quite a distance. So it's further from Earth and the moon itself will appear smaller and the energy itself will be less. It'll be at its weakest point. The tides won't be as high. The storms won't be as bad. The energy won't be as strong. What does that mean for all of us as the collective? It's time to really, take a break, pause. If there's this stillness we can all enjoy right now and just breathe. Just breathe. Just sit there and enjoy the calmness before the storm, before summer gets here, before we're running all over the place, doing everything with our kids and our family and vacationing and needing a vacation from our vacation, just pause now and see where everything's going. Come up for air. Look at all the work you've already done. Sagittarius is a very giving and generous sign. So this full moon will be very generous and giving, but not as much as if it were a super full moon. You understand? So it's in the smaller details. It's in the littler things. So take this time as a break. Find freedom and joy and happiness right now while you can collect your thoughts and time and breathe. You can't be working 24/7 and then want a vacation and then go back to work. It takes a little bit more effort. You got to slow down and then get into vacation mode. It'll be much more enjoyable this way. And then with this micro moon energy, it's sort of as if mom and dad or your moms or dads or whatever the fuck your family dynamic, I don't know your dynamics. So whatever your family's like, either way, it's almost as if we're all home alone and there's less pressure. We're ready to party, but then again, we want to be responsible. So it's a crucial moment in time. It really is for all of us to prove ourselves. Have you worked hard enough to be left alone? Spirit wants someone that they can truly trust to leave on their own, to leave in charge. We also are being called to, in a way, examine where are we too in charge? Where do we smother others? Where are we that overbearing mother? And this is doing others a disservice. They're not able to rise to their power. A stage mom comes to mind in a way. It's just not empowering having someone push you. You need to push yourself. You need to try harder. So if you're one of those pushers, you need to allow people now the room to go ahead and expand without your constant being there and nagging on them. Where do you control too much? Where can you let go and let others do for themselves? Where can you let go of your expectations and control with God, well, spirit, whatever you believe? Where can you let that go and just let yourself receive? This moon is generous. Just accept the gifts. You're quite possibly too focused on others to even work on yourself being this overbearing kind of way. There's also a chance here for us to not only sit back and pause, but we can reflect. We can see what did we leave? Where are we going? Sit still a minute. Just stop doing so much. The energy even today for the collective on my Instagram was pause, just sit a little longer. Be more patient with yourself. Look at the details, big and small. Super full moons illuminate so much, and it's a lot of energy and it's strong. They expose a lot. But when we come across one of these micro full moons, they're smaller, they're more intimate, they're about the little things that are going to pile up if we don't handle them now. So why don't we address the little things, get them out of the way, nip them in the bud before they get to be big things. Your freedom really lies in these little details. You've blocked some areas because of you're avoiding this work. You're creating self-imposed restrictions, limitations, and just blocks mentally and physically in your situation reality wise. So let go of people and places that you need to control, that want to control you. It goes both ways. So people can be too controlling of you and your situation, and you too focus on what they think, or you can be too controlling of another person. Really, we the only control we can have is over ourselves, not of others, not of spirit, not of this whole situation. I mean, unless you're really one of those divine fucking alchemists, I mean, I'm trying to get there. We can really play with the energies, but it takes self-control, not external control. So it's not your job to focus on others and their growth. It's really your job to worry about yourself. Please. I've already had to make that rant on Instagram. Okay. So we're still doing the collective report. I mean, really, there was a couple pages before I get to the individual signs. So the beginning of this is collective, and then we'll get into the signs. And as I said, check out your sun, moon, and rising sign. Really look at where these energies are in your chart. Also, Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune, they're not talked about a whole lot. But if you have a Sagittarius in there's some power you can work with now. With Pluto, there's some dreams you can manifest with Uranus, and excuse me, with Neptune. And then with Uranus, you can really find what sets you apart from others with this full moon. So go ahead, just listen to it all, please. Anyways, back to the collective. The changes we're all facing are definitely for the best. Remember, spirit is in the business of setups, not setbacks. We can rest without falling back and getting back into old habits and patterns of destruction or dysfunctional patterns. We can just take a break. We're not losing ground taking a break. So kiss the past goodbye. Really, have faith that your problems are going to fade as you step into your more authentic role. As we step into our power, things change. Yes, things get harder, but the problems we had been facing will dissipate. You'll work through them, but you'll rise to meet bigger and bolder challenges. Are you willing to do that? Are you ready to do that? That's up to you. I can't be everybody's coach. So I do these readings because I love doing them, and I love experiencing the energy myself, explaining it to myself, and why not explain it to everybody else? But with the Vedic readings, we can cut and get into your power, where it's lost, where you need to go, soul retrieve. We can talk about that. So anyways, we are all, though, stepping into this more authentic role, into our power. We're finding more security than ever before, financial freedom, abundance, hope, joy, happiness. We're just finding all of this as we step into our role because we're shining more than ever before. And this energy really looks good on us. Others are gravitating towards it. It feels like home. It's comfortable. It's safe. So keep up the progress. Just stay consistent, though. Like I said, you're not going to lose ground by taking a moment for yourself now. You're not falling back. You're just taking a break. But you can gain so much clarity, which will take you leaps and bounds further and further ahead. So the thoughts that we have that are surfacing right now, good or bad, they're definitely for a reason. They're these little things that are going to trigger us. Like I said, it's a micro full moon, so it's smaller aspects, and how we choose to express ourselves. when these ideas surface. So if we're going to wallow and fall back into misery and upset, or if we're going to say, wow, well, look how far I've come, now how I would process myself in that situation. We can do some soul retrievals. There's a lot of ideas and downloads, and it's just so crucial for our growth that we go through this tiny examination of things. So open the lines of communications and find more ease and flexibility when it comes to sharing your thoughts. You can't hold all of these in. And it takes practice speaking to others and expressing yourself to others. So go ahead and just start opening up more. See where it leads you. Be real, be authentic. People want that. It gives them permission to do the same. So go ahead and just start connecting more with your tribe, with your people. And if they're not there, they're going to arrive by you being more vulnerable, being more real, being more authentic, and being more available for people. So you will find more courage to take action when it comes to doing this. Attracting our tribe and the energies that we wish to resonate with and vibe with, that takes work, and it takes going at your own frequency, trying to dial in on your own. The radio is not just going to magically tune it to your station. I mean, unless you got like a great car. I mean, I don't even drive. So, but anyhow, this might be a bad analogy. But anyways, you got to dial in. You got to start going and putting yourself out there. And we're going to have that courage to do it. And this can come with love, money, friendships, unions, attraction. If you put yourself out there like that magnet, watch the things come to you. So when it comes to our unions and friendships and love, it's time for us to make those bigger and bolder moves. Put yourself out there. Quit sitting at home saying, oh, I don't have a life. Nobody wants to hang out with me. I don't. Are you making the effort? So manifesting isn't passive work. It's definitely mindful. It takes two to tango, and spirit wants to co-create with you. You can't just sit there and hope and wish for things. You got to go after them. So step it up. Two heads are better than one when it comes to facing any challenge. So use your heart and use logic. All of this, as I'm saying, is coming up in the daily readings. And I wrote this a week ago for the full moon. But these energies are definitely surfacing. I'm already talking about them this week now in the daily readings on Instagram. So two heads are better than one, obviously, when it comes to challenges. And those two heads are, your heart and logic. You need to be able to blend the two. Use both. Use your emotions to pull and guide you as a compass, but then use your mind to cut through it and really get clear and concise about what's going on. So reach out to someone who understands what's going on, that's maybe like non-partial to you in your situation, and that they will give you good sound advice. Adaptability will be key. You got to use all your gifts, all your skills. It's up to you though, really, to respond to this energy and do with it what you will. Coming from a place of power and self-control though, you're going to get further, so much further. So if you decide it's time to take a break, take a break. Don't be forced to take a break. If you want to make those bigger and bolder moves, research them, plan them out, figure it out. You've got to co-create with Great Spirit. So focus on the details, but don't get tripped up on the little things. Expansion requires work in all parts, even the tricky, sticky, gross stuff we don't want to handle. We have to do it. And this is perfect energy to get in there and get it done. So the karmic returns too, that those are coming in. It's like you don't know how good it's gonna be. It's gonna be so fucking worth it once you get through these issues, this trouble. Don't be so self-critical and critical of others and judgmental. Your progress is slow and steady wins the race. Okay, let that be your fucking motto. Or, we're gonna run the straights and take our time around the curves. Whatever it is, you've got your own pace that you're running at. I was just telling a client yesterday, we're all running this race, but not together in a way. We all start in our own heat, and we're in our own class, and we're in our own way running to this goal. Of course, it's the same for all of us, this freedom and expansion and hope and promise and ease and just a great life. That's the goal for all of us, but it doesn't matter who gets there first. Everybody's cheering you on. And if others get there before you, they're going to be excited you're there. And if somebody's not excited as you rise, then they're not there yet either. Because if somebody's reached that goal, that finish line that I'm talking about, that imaginary like bliss, utopia, then they're cheering you on. They're not sandbagging you. And those that see you falling behind and go back there and try to help you, those are the real motherfuckers, MVPs running this race, because they're willing to help you and they're still trying to get there. So, don't be discouraged by how far ahead somebody is. It's not like a marathon where it matters who gets first, second, or third. You're running against your own clock. How much better can you do than you were before? So, you should be focused on your own growth. And you should be so focused on your own growth that you don't have time to worry about others. I think about plants so much when I think about us. A tomato plant in my garden is not looking at the fucking carrots saying, "Oh, you ain't got shit on me. You ain't even blooming. What are you? I don't see fruit." Because that was just it. There's so much growth beneath the surface that tomato plant doesn't see about that carrot plant. And did you know for years, for a long, 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 long time in history, they didn't even eat the carrots. They only used the top of the carrot. Well, god damn it, what a waste of one of my favorite vegetables. So anyways, there's just so much growth going on within us all that it's not our place to judge people and snicker at them and wonder if they're doing the work. Because unless you've been their ride or die and know that they aren't or are, then shut up, work on yourself. Beneath the surface, we don't know what anybody's going through, what anybody's been through, and what anybody's pushing through. So, stay in your own lane, worry about yourself. Humor is going to come up to save us a bit, though. So it's like I said, this micro full moon is a bit weaker and less harsh, so it'll be more humorous. The darkness that's illuminated is going to be a little bit less sinister and more humorous. So laugh off your fears. They're simply freedom blockers. Laugh off the people that are blocking you in life. It's really you just kind of need to shrug your shoulders and say, shit, I wasted a lot of time with them, or I wasted a lot of time on that. And just pause and reflect on where you're going and what you're leaving behind. Push through, laugh it off. I cry when I laugh. And I feel like that's a great release. So, laugh so hard you cry. Like, oh my God, that is hilarious. Like, I can't even believe I did A, B, and C. And well, look at where I am now. Everything had to happen for a reason. So, light will be cast on our unions, past, present, and future. Our passions are going to be, on display. What do we want to do? What are we here to do? What are we here to serve and do? How brave are you? Is jealousy getting in the way of your personal growth and happiness? Is boredom? Is what is the word? Lack of patience. All these things can be getting in the way of your growth because you're not willing to go and work on these things yet. So something is definitely stirring again with secrets. That came up last full moon or new moon. They were going to be exposed. Well, here we are now with the full moon, because I just said it in the new moon that some secrets are going to be revealed or come out. So they're definitely the gig is up. They're going to be exposed now. But really, if you've been taking care of your dark closet before anybody goes there and opens it, if you've already cleaned out the closet, then this exposure isn't going to hurt you. It will probably be affecting other people around you. You need to be confident, own your gifts, own your abilities, own your past, and let it just have been fuel for who you are today. Have the courage to stand up and be authentic and own that past, because that is why you are who you are today. I can't dismiss the fact that I did drugs, that I fucked up, that I slept around, that I did all these shitty things, because it really helped me strip myself down to, well, I'm none of those things. I'm just trying to love myself and love others the best way I know how. And once I stripped all that away and just said, it doesn't define me, it isn't who I am, then I was able to step into who I want to be. It didn't control me anymore. And that's where we take our power back. So, sure, it's like you might have some crazy dreams and hopes and aspirations for who you're going to be. They might be really out there, but you're a visionary. You've been through the fire to really shine and freaking light other people up. This is what makes you a leader. You were born to do this, all of you. Any of you watching this, if you're working on yourself, it's because you've shown up to help show others the right way, that it's okay to have taken this wrong path. You're here to lead and just show others that it's just crucial that we do this self-work and development. So it's totally possible to meet these goals, have these dreams and aspirations, so long as you're willing to work with co-create with Great Spirit to go ahead and meet him in the middle and get them, you know? So don't let someone that's trying to sandbag you keep you from your hopes and dreams. Don't let somebody that's way back there that isn't going to appreciate your help if you do fall back and go and help them, you know, don't let them sabotage your growth. Help those that are willing to help themselves and just keep running. Keep running. Make sure that the intention and emotions behind your hopes and dreams, though, are fueled from within. Don't let them be somebody or something from your past saying, like, I'm going to show them who I am. Unless it's healthy and good, like, I want to prove them wrong sort of attitude, then go ahead and do that. But don't let others stir your pot. Don't let others push you to be somebody that you don't want to be. You know, be authentic. Create more power by being more kind and generous with others, but don't give your power away. You know, our karmic bank is going to fill up individually by the deeds that we do for others, by the growth that we create in our DNA, by the actions that we have towards creating a more progressive and, you know, healthy earth and space for us all. This is where our karma comes in. And it's not about money. It's not even about, you know, what you have. It's none of that. It's about who you are authentically. How close can you get to that? And anything is really possible when it comes to co-creating with Great Spirit and a willing participant to do so. Anything is possible. Infinite sources, infinite ways. I always say that. So here we are. Now we're on to the zodiac signs, and I'll just go in order as I always do. And Aries is first, and the idea of singing your heart's song comes up. You know, dancing to the beat of your own drum, and not giving any fuck about it. You know, not everyone is going to like the music you like. Not everybody's going to like the way that you dance. But, you know, those that do will come and dance with you. Those that like what they hear will come and listen in and come closer and closer to you. Like I was saying, that once we put ourselves out there as a magnet for what we want, we will attract what we want. It's just that easy. So don't hold a grudge against those that won't sing and dance with you. And those would be the people that you're leaving behind, or those that won't come that you're trying to attract. You know, don't try to attract. Just be and do and watch your tribe. Watch them arrive, you know. Simply dance on out of there, you know, boot, scoot, and boogie. Like, if you don't want to rise with me, peace out, bye, see you later. But don't hold a grudge against them, and don't hold a grudge against yourself. Like I was saying, that past that we're leaving behind. You know, forgive yourself and forgive others for the past actions, for the past abuses, for the past mistakes, all of it. Let spirit take the lead though now as you dance on out of here. You need to follow the rhythm of your heart and trust that spirit is really taking you right on into your destiny. You're dancing right on into your destiny. So Taurus, you're coming up next. And spider web came up. So what kind of web are you weaving? You know, one built with a nice, thick and honest, you know, silk thread. What the fuck do spiders? Whatever. I don't know what it's made out of, their web, but I know it's really strong. But it can be weak and have holes and flaws in it if we're not honest and have integrity and go about building our lives with, you know, truth and authentically going towards what we want. You know, what do you want to catch? Building the right web is going to be important for that. So, you know, your hopes and dreams need to be realized. You need to understand them and then go about creating this web to catch them. More work maybe might need to be done. You might need to go repair that and fix this. But do know that you built this. You're the one creating this web, so you can't blame others. So with the right discipline, though, you can most certainly accomplish anything. And I'm a firm believer, infinite sources, infinite ways. You can ask for help, though, and that's up to you, though, who you want to invite over to have help you. You just need to really be more vulnerable in that way. But don't get tangled up in your own web of lies, deceit, victimization. Push through any self-imposed blocks because you're building this. You cannot blame others right now. It's you. You've got to have the right support, right strength, right networking going on to really get to where you want to go and catch that big old fly, whatever the hell you're trying to catch. Gemini, it seems like you were walking through something dark, and it looks like the journey is going to be scary at first, but believe me, it's totally going to be worth it. Remember, spirit is in the business of setups, not setbacks. So fear is just a funny illusion that builds up this energy, and energy is everything. So why don't we just have love and excitement and build that energy up instead of letting fear be the motivator or the catalyst? Because oftentimes fear will derail our growth. We'll be too afraid to push through. So, when it's used properly, it keeps us away from things that we are supposed to be afraid of. But if we let it control our lives and don't have enough conviction and trust and faith in this life and our abilities and in our future and in taking our power back, if we don't have enough trust and faith in that, fear will eat us up. So it keeps us aware and conscious of danger, but it can occasionally take over. So it's blocking us from freedom, happiness, joy. If things are getting too scary, just slow down. Just look, get a flashlight, get some help. The flashlight will be those aha moments that we receive when we slow down, allow spirit to answer our questions, really just receive the information that we want. There's no need to run into this danger. You can go a little slower into it. There's no need to be so serious either, because you don't really know what is beyond that darkness. What if it's a field of fucking flowers so beautiful you can roll around in them and dance with people and sing and scream and shout and just have the time of your life? You don't really know. So just go a little slower into it and you'll see. Maybe it's worth, all of going the distance, because the closer you get, you'll be able to tell, and then you can turn back. You can always turn back. Hansel and Gretel, well, don't get cooked in the oven, but leave some breadcrumbs, because really fairy tales aren't so good, like if you're listening to those nursery rhymes and stuff. But anyhow, that's a whole nother subject. Also, there's no need to be so serious, because this darkness could be shadow work that you're doing. You don't have to work so deeply 24/7 on yourself. There's got to be room for work and play. And now it's almost like while the moon is further away, casting a little less light on us, and it's a little micro, it's a little less. Why don't you take that time to fucking breathe and do a little less? Cancer. Definitely a chapter in your life is ending. It's over. Close the book on it. You might be doing a trilogy and this whole book is over. So you're on to the next book entirely. There's hope and promise for a better tomorrow. I won't even say future, a better tomorrow surfacing. It's definitely coming. So the setting sun is closing on one part of your life, and as I said, this whole chapter is ending. You're writing a brand new book. So the potential is infinite here. You are rich with all kinds of abundance coming your way. You just have to be willing to let go and move forward into this abundance. Because if you try to drag all this old dead weight with you and all this stuff in the past with you, how are you going to pick up all this stuff that's ahead of you that you want? You've really got to take out the trash so that you can get some new stuff. And I'm not really that, materialistic, but literally, purge, clean out. If you want new stuff, if you want different stuff, get rid of what you already have, if energetically, physically, whatever it may be. If you desire a better reality, though, it's going to come. Turn the page in that chapter of your life that didn't really have what you wanted in it, and go and create this new book. This new book full of health, wealth, prosperity, happiness, joy, clarity, all of it. So Leo, now we're on to you. And I feel like you and I are getting somewhere, because I don't think I'm yelling at you as much this week. Oh shit, hold on, someone called me. Oh, my spirit mama. Hey Kelly. Okay, back to work. I'll call you in a little bit. Oh, I'm coming over to your house to cut roses today, because guess what? We're going to have some rose water. This is my favorite grounding spray. I use all kinds of sprays and oils and stuff, but I make that one. So anyways, Leo, you need to believe in yourself more. Like if you weren't proud enough and loud enough, but like that was almost fake. And now it's time. Like you really need to believe in yourself. And it's almost like you're afraid. Like, can I do it? Like you're cowardly, and that's so true. Like I'm not saying you're a coward, but I'm just saying maybe you faked it for so long that you didn't really create it. But anyways, Great Spirit would never really deceive you like that. So you do have it within you to rise up, and all the signs are for real, for sure. It's not too good to be true. So really own it, and now be loud and proud and show others I came here to do this and serve. You know, own it. If you believed it this long and now you're being forced to prove it, prove that shit to everybody. Your soul is ready to commune with the moon and manifest this life. Your wildest dreams and desires are ready to be actualized. But, sorry, my phone is blowing up. I'm so distracted. I have like the worst attention disorder. So anyways, Leos, like I was saying, you believed it for so long. Now it's time to show up and prove it and do it, and let's see it. Let me see it in action now. Walk and talk everything you've been trying to prove to others, like, oh yeah, I can do it. Do it. Do it, okay? So manifest and trust yourself. You know what's best for you, and ultimately how you're going to get what you want. You know how to go in for the kill. So fucking do it. Virgo, tap into your intuition. Listen to that inner voice. Really, this is a guidance, almost like a mother figure guiding you and protecting you. This intuition is 100% there to provide for you and show you the way. Nurture this ability, care for this gift. It's a source that we all have within us of unlimitedness. This intuition, it can come in at any time, any way, shape, or form. Symbolism is fucking limitless. So this intuition within you comes in so many ways. You just need to really trust it more. Feel that tug, feel the push, trust the nudges, trust the signs, trust the symbols, trust the air, trust the fire, trust all of the elements that are coming your way, and feel fully, connected to Great Spirit. Like all of it's a compass showing you the way. Great Spirit is really compassionate and has your best interest at heart. You need to just feel that support and feel protected. Trust yourself. You know what to do next. Trust that what you put out there is going to come to you. Believe that, trust that, believe that, and then proceed. So take a minute to go ahead and have gratitude, have faith, have a connection with Spirit right now where you say, I'm sorry I didn't believe you, and just have this surrendering moment where you go back to that ultimate faith and just knowing you're going to be provided for. Excuse me. Libra, I'm coughing. Hope that doesn't mean anything. Oh, well, it's time to let go of doubt on your part. What's there to doubt anyways, though? What are you doubting? The control over the situation? Are you fearful of the situation? Are you not trusting of the situation? Why are you doubting and worrying yourself now? What use is that anyways? Really, it's doubt and worry are fuel for nothing. We need to have solutions. So connect with your soul to come up with some solutions for the problems. Connect with Great Spirit to co-create. So this, that, and that happen. Well, we're gonna just get over here a different way. You can't really doubt everything now and try to give up now and say it's not gonna work now. When you've worked so hard and already invested so much, why give up now? Why doubt yourself now? It's almost like the Leo. You went this far and now you're going to give up. That just happened to us last weekend. Matter of fact, my boyfriend and I, we went hiking, and I didn't really look up the hike trail or anything. We were just going on Spirit, going on GPS. Well, when GPS runs out when you're in the woods, you got to follow your nose. Well, we're walking and walking. I mean, it was like 5 miles into the woods to go find this waterfall. And we walked past a couple people that had turned around, turned back, and they said, oh, we don't got the time. We don't know where it ends. We don't really even know where to go. But then the closer we got, we could hear the water. We could feel the coolness. We were getting closer, like we knew it. And then we started passing people that had left, and they said, it's so worth it. Keep going. And my fucking God, was it unbelievably worth it. Walking back was a bitch because we weren't prepared and we didn't know how far we had to go just to get there. But we were able to get back. I'm still sore to this day. It was on Sunday when we went. I'm still sore. My hips and butt are still killing me from walking back up. But that view will be forever in my mind, the pictures, everything, all of it. I have it all to remember, and I know that I just trusted that I would get there and it will be so worth it, and it was. So literally, you just need to stop worrying, and that's weighing you down and keeping you from really doing and putting forth some action. So one by one, release the need to have all the answers, release the need to have all the control, release the need to know what's coming up, and just start doing. It's just enough of the what if, why me, worry, get going, get to work. So you're never going to know what's before you and what's coming up so long as you're holding on to worry, fear, and doubt. You need to be more optimistic. You need to be more hopeful. You need to be more trusting. Okay? So push through, Libra. Scorpio. There's an idea of loss that comes up, but it's just merely an opportunity for more. So maybe you've lost one thing, but you're going to gain this, or you've recently let this go so that this can come into your life. It's just sort of you're in the void right now, waiting for that next thing to come in, but you've definitely done the harder part, which is let go. So you just feel out of control a little bit right now because you don't know what's coming up next. So understand you're simply being set up for more. Right now is just like I said, take a moment to pause and enjoy this while no one's looking time, and just breathe and be yourself and keep getting in line with your authentic self so that the divine can keep co-creating with you. So perhaps whatever you were trying to go for that got stopped or blocked, those were the wrong people, places, or things for you. That wasn't the right path for you. And Spirit is just simply, He threw that tree down on that road so that you'd turn around and go a different way. Quit looking at it as like a hardship or woe is me. No, thank you. I see you. I know you, Great Spirit. You're doing this for a reason. So, excuse me, are you being true to yourself? Are you serving, the world, following your calling? Great Spirit is going to come in like Father Time and put the stops on that, the brakes on that, push you through this. It's all happening for a reason. Appreciate the loss in your life. Understand that these things weren't meant to be. Be, grateful. Have an attitude of gratitude, even for the things that look like upsets, because really they're not. This is just lining you up towards a more authentic you. Elevate yourself by letting go of these things, okay? Sagittarius. So the moon in Western astrology is in your sign. So this micro moon is one for you. You could be feeling a bit of guilt as these littler things are being pushed and prodded. So you may feel unworthy, but this is really just revealing a deeper, more truer, authentic you. So believe me, you are deserving of this path. You were chosen to go this way. Enjoy this, enjoy it. If you're feeling guilty for what you have now because of who you were before, understand that you are not that person anymore. And to step into this new and authentic role, you need to own these gifts, own these abilities, own this gratitude and the gifts from universe and the opportunities from universe. You can have been a down and out crackhead for all I fucking care, and now be a pastor and teaching people the truth, whatever it may be. What you were before does not define you. The trip to get to where you are now does. So everything you did between then and now is what defines you, not where you started, not that child. I'm not a baby my whole life. I was born a baby, but I'm not a child anymore. So, grow into this new role. We all make mistakes. Rise, release any feelings of guilt or shame. Rise into this power. You are here to create change. And that starts by believing in your own growth, in your own abilities, and accepting your own change. When you know that you can change, you have faith that others can change. I'm often one to say, well, people never change. Well, they sure as hell do. I'm no longer a cokehead doing drugs, working at a bar. Well, not that any of those things are bad, but when they take your power away and strip you of your power, and that's how you identify with life, is through drugs and alcohol and living this reckless life, then that's bad. But if you can go enjoy those things and come back to your center, then have fun. I don't care what you do. But those things don't define me, and your past doesn't define you. Own your growth, own your abilities. You are here to leave behind a legacy, and you are more than worthy to rise into this power and into this authentic role. So Capricorn, your open heart is really a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great beacon of light that is a comfort for others. As a feeler, you are helping heal yourself and others. Empathy is it's a two-way, energy exchange. When I feel for you, I'm feeling and healing for myself. So, this is tough work, but it isn't without reward or recognition. Great Spirit sees you. He's watching you rise, watching you serve. And this full moon will be full of blessings for you. I really see it. Your compassion will be returned. Your compassion for others and the world and the universe and spirit. This authentic compassion for others is going to be returned tenfold. Great Spirit has some magic in store for you. So just remain optimistic. Good karmic returns are on the way for you for sure. Aquarius, you're coming up with having some luck. I just don't really believe in luck. I believe in karma. But sometimes now that I do Vedic astrology, I do see some people kind of just came here with a bit of luck because their ancestors and their history had a lot of growth and changes karmically, so they stepped into some good karmic value here this time in Earth. But karma is unbiased, so I feel like it serves us either way. So you're deserving in a way of this luck, we'll call it. So you're going to get what you deserve luck-wise. So however much or little of it, it depends on what you've been doing this lifetime. And honey, there's no need to worry about a thing, because I just really seeing you getting it's all going to come together. It's all going to work out. If you did good, you're going to get good. No luck about it. No need to worry about it. So fear not, worry less. So long as you're doing what's best for you and others, you've got nothing to worry about. Worry is something that people should do when they have something. Like if I did something bad, maybe I should worry. I gotta wonder why you're worrying. Are you just that negative, or that feminine, like, oh, I'm so worried? Like, no, you can, like, hello, duh, I didn't do anything bad. Why? Like, worry is a criminal sort of mindset. Like, what are you so worried about? Do you have anything to be that worried about? So anyways, if you have felt down and out on your luck, things are changing. The cycle is changing. It's time you shake off that funk and just vibrate higher. Get back to what you're doing, which is being a feeler and a healer and out there and aware and a humanitarian and a giver. And you've got to take this time to realize there's nothing to fucking worry about. This will help you attract those karmic returns once you vibrate higher in that luck. You're not going to get it sitting on your couch crying about things and worrying about things. Anyways, they're on the way. Be optimistic. And then Pisces, and we're done. So Pisces, give it a rest already. It's okay to be afraid, but like Aquarius, why are you so worried and what are you so fearful of? You can't rely on others to show you the way. You've got to make your own way, and you have to reflect on all the shit you've been through and understand you're capable. Now find the confidence to take action and do this. Matter of fact, you're so far up the mountain, you really can't turn back. There is no turning back now. Keep going, because I'm telling you, you're going to trip and fall. The only way down is up, up and over. So weigh out the pros and cons about which way you're going to go up. But once you sit down and see how small the challenge really is, like you've not got much further to go, you're just going to be that much better off. So take a minute to see and evaluate, like, shit, by my calculations, we should be there like, oh my God, why were we going to turn around? Like my boyfriend and I, we actually weren't that much further from the waterfall. We were actually kind of close, but we had not even timed how long we had been walking. We just didn't really prepare ourselves for the descent or, coming back up. So either way, you can prepare and you're almost there. Do not turn back now. Create a plan of attack. It seems you're working yourself up though. And you're creating anxiety and issues and worry that is just so unnecessary that it is going to cause you trouble. Sure, acknowledge the dangers, but replace the fear with preparation and awareness. Like I was saying, be prepared. My boyfriend and I weren't prepared, but by golly, we did it. Spirit is in the business of setups, not setbacks. And I just knew that this walk was going to be worth it, and we kept pushing and pushing through. So keep doing it. But once you do take a break, you will know more. Okay? So some clarity will come through, and then you'll have the power to push through. Okay? So we're all done. I hope you all enjoyed it. I love you guys so much.